Hi everyone, I'm Kajal, and today I want to talk to you about faith over fear. I have been doing a lot of work around faith in my own life, and I want to share with you some of the insights and some of the wisdom and some of the things that I've learned through this process of choosing faith over fear. So I like to think of faith as like um, a non-physical energy which you can feel but you can't see, kind of like the wind. You can feel the wind but you can't really see it. And I like to think of faith like that. It's a feeling, not a form. And the concept of faith becomes so, I guess, essential and so important, especially when we are doing something that is fearful, something that is our highest joy, something that is our dream or desire, something we want to manifest. And so the thing that often happens is that we often choose fear over faith. And the reason we choose fear over faith is because it's so much more natural to think of all the reasons why it won't work, what can go wrong, why it can't happen. It's just the way our mind and our brain is programmed. I mean, I sat there and I thought about this. I was like, why is it that my mind always sees worst case scenario, always sees what's not here, what's not working, what's not happening, how it can't happen? Like, why is that the natural order of the brain process? And I come to realize that that's the way we're brought up. We're brought up in our cultural conditioning, our societal conditioning to always look for the problem, not the solution. Always look at what's wrong, what's not working, what's not right. Always focus so heavily on the problem. So we're a problem-oriented culture. We're a problem-oriented society. So that's how we kind of learn to think in a problem-oriented way. We don't go around and look at all the solutions that already exist in the world. So when that's a natural order of things, it's very, very easy to always choose fear. Fear is this really yucky feeling that is doubt, that is unworthiness, that is not good enough, that is so many other plethora of emotions, and it always has so many friends and so many ways of showing up in our lives. And so when I had to kind of choose faith over fear, especially when I wanted to be a life coach, I knew in my heart that this was my highest joy, my highest excitement. And this is a thing that brought me so much joy. And this was my passion. This was the way I wanted to express myself in the world, was helping people elevate their consciousness, helping people create a different reality for themselves by understanding that there is a different way. There's a different way to live life. And so I had a lot of fear around that because there isn't A to Z path. It's whatever you do with it it's up to you. And so for me, I had to really rely on faith because faith was my anchor. It was my ability to say to myself, no, 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 this is what I want. This is what I desire. I know what I'm doing is of high service, is of high value, can help so many people. And then I had to rely on faith constantly as my buddy, as the log that I would hold on to when I felt myself sinking, because fear makes me sink, but faith is what keeps me afloat. When I started thinking of it like that and I started really feeling the energy of fear and energy of faith, fear just makes me feel like I'm just really literally sinking and like this heaviness, whereas faith feels like an easiness. It's floating. I feel like I'm rising to the top and I'm able to stay there and breathe, and it becomes like so much more easier. When I started understanding the feelings of how they felt, I started asking myself, well, what do I want to choose, fear or faith? And I always tell myself this, and I tell this to all my clients, is that what you put out is what you get back. So if you're constantly putting out fear, you're always going to receive fear. And if you're choosing faith and you're putting out faith, you're going to receive faith. So it's a mindful choice. What will I choose, faith or fear? And then you know how each of those things feel. So when you are aware of how you want to feel, you can sit back and ask yourself, am I going to feel fear or am I going to feel faith? And really, really kind of cut a line that kind of helps you know what each of those feels like. Remember, sinking is fear, floating to the top is lightness, buoyancy is faith. To help myself tap into the energy of faith often and frequently in every single day of my life, I like to use this affirmation on repeat. Everything is always working out for me. 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 For me to affirm that statement, I affirm faith. I affirm choosing faith. And it's just so potent and powerful what you say to yourself and what you say out loud to someone else about whatever is going on. So another way to check in and see which are you choosing, faith or fear, is how's your language? What are you always speaking of? Are you always proclaiming what's wrong, what's not working, what's bothering you, complain, complain, complain? Or are you proclaiming that everything is always working out for me, all my needs are met, all my desires are met, I always get what I want, it's just so easy, it's so effortless? What are you proclaiming? Because your language also helps you understand what's running the show, faith or fear. I really hope that the insights I shared with you in this video will help you, will serve you, will kind of open your eyes up a little bit to help you understand the energy of faith and fear, and understanding that it's a choice. It's a choice I make every single day. Waking up that day and asking yourself, what am I going to choose? Am I going to choose fear, which is going to sink me? Or am I going to choose faith, which is going to allow me to flow, which is going to allow me to elevate, which is going to allow me to raise my vibration, which is going to allow me to be in the state of allowing where I can receive all the good that is coming my way? Tell me in the comments one thing that really caught your attention in this video. I want to hear from you. I love hearing from you. So say hi to me in the comments if you don't say anything at all. Wherever you are in the world, I wish you a miraculous day. Stay open.